Now we'll talk about PowerShell scripts. PowerShell scripts are saved with an extension .ps1. Let us consider a basic script. This script asks the user to enter two values, reads them using the command read host, and assigns those values to the specified variables val1 and val2. Then it adds val1 and val2, and the values present in the two variables are stored in another variable called result and displays it to the host. As we can see, we can try to run this script. It is asking for the user to enter value 1, which we can give it as 5, and it asks the user to enter the value 2, which can be like 4. Then it adds both the values and the result will be provided to the user. This is just a basic script in PowerShell. Further moving through the scripts, we'll go to the next script where we can use how to use an if-else statement in the script. This script asks the user to enter three values, reads it using the command read host, and the three values are assigned to the three variables a, b, and c. Then it checks for the statement in if condition where a is greater than b. If the condition is satisfied, then it again checks whether a is greater than c or not. Depending on the result of the second condition, it shows either a or c as greatest value. If the first condition is not satisfied, then it checks whether b is greater than c. Depending on the result of the condition, it writes the host either b or c as greatest value. We can see the working of this script as it is asking the user to enter value 1, let us say 6. It asks the user to enter value 2, let us say 2, and it asks the user to enter the value 3, let us give 9. Then all the values on variables are gone through each if-else statement, and the greatest value will be decided. The three values 6, 2, and 9, 9 is the greatest value, and hence it writes to the host 9 is bigger number than 2 and 6. If we consider the next script, this script reads the user entered values separated by comma and trims all the white spaces if they are present in the input values and stores them in an array $items, which is a type of integer. Then all the values present in the array are sent as an input to the function named average by calling the function as average of items. Inside this average function, a variable named running total is assigned to a value of 0. Then a for each loop was used, which uses a variable I to iterate through the values in array items and adds up all the values in the array to the variable running total. Then a function array.length is used to find out the length of an array and was used to divide running total to find out the average of all values using formula running total by array length, and stores in a variable result and writes it to the host. We can see running of this script as follows. It asks the user to enter the values separated by comma. Let's see 1, 2, and 3. Then the average of the three values are found out and the average is written to the host. Now we'll talk about some PowerShell classes. As we said, to create any class, the first thing we need to do is to use the class keyword. Let us consider the basic class with some properties. In this script, American football is a class name which contains some of the basic properties like team, manager, sponsor, total players, and tournaments played. As any team contains only 11 players, the variable total players is defined as static and it does not change. Then an instance of class Chicago Bulls is created using the keyword new object, and it can be used to call any property of a class. The running of this class can be seen as follows. Now we need to create an instance of this class. An instance of the American football class was created, which is Chicago Bulls, and this instance is used to call the property of a class. Let us call the static property, which is the total players, and returns the value of those class. Now we will see how to hide the properties of a class. To know about this, we'll consider the following script. In the above script, the class has two variables, in which one of the variable was hidden using a keyword hidden. When we try to create an instance of a class, and when the class was called, only the variables that are assigned without hidden keyword will be returned, and the variables assigned with hidden keyword will not be displayed. This is because all the properties of that variable are hidden using that keyword. The hidden keyword can hide the properties, methods like constructors, events, even the alias properties, and other member types, including static members from the default results of the getMember commandlet. You can see running of this script as follows. Now when we try to create an instance of the hide class, and when you try to call the instance, only one variable which is not defined as hidden was displayed, but the other variable course ID which is defined as hidden is not displayed. Now let us consider the last script, in which we'll come to know how to use methods in PowerShell classes. This script consists of emp class, which has basic properties on employee like employee name, employee ID, employee designation, employee salary, etc. It contains a method named sal of type void. The type void does not return any value, but the control was written back to the caller. The sal method takes two variables a and b, known as total hours worked and pay for each hour respectively, as input, and multiplies them to find the salary. Then an instance even was created to the emp class, and the properties of that class are assigned with user entered values. Using this object, the sal method was called by passing arguments a and b. We can run this script and we can see how this works. Now we are giving the user defined properties like even creating an instance of the employee class and providing the properties as a name, ID, and his designation. Now when you try to create this instance, when you try to call a method in this class followed by the parameters, the method will run perfectly. And when you try to call the class, all the properties like employee name, employee ID, and his designation, and even the salary, which was like 8 into 2, which was given into the input of this method, it was multiplied and the output was provided to the salary variable, and you can see the salary here. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, friends. Bye. Shell commands were worked, how to get information about each command using get help command, and even how a script can be written in the PowerShell language. We also came to know about how the classes are worked, how to use a function, how to use arrays, and even how to use methods in the classes. Thanks for watching. Bye.